Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and another week, another time for me to do my next top 10 scene in film, and I'm very excited about this one. This is number 7, the Gutterballs sequence from the Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski is one of my top 5 favorite films of all time. I love the Coen brothers. I feel like this is their perfect Coen brothers-y film, and this sequence is a microcosm of the whole entire film. It's a drug hallucination that the dude goes on, and it kind of mixes everything throughout this film into one thing. It's themes, it's different, the backstories, the characters, and everything that goes along in it. And it's really brought together so well. It's so interesting. The production design of this dream is so funny, and it's like the dude is dressed up as like a repairman, like the guy in the porno earlier in the film, because this is Jackie Treehorns, starring the dude Lebowski and Maud Lebowski, Gutterballs. And it's just like that setup where it's like I'm about to watch an actual porno, and it's so funny. It's just like this is his hallucinations set up like an actual video, an actual film. And the music is so well picked out for this sequence. Just dropped in to See What Condition My Condition Was In by Kenny Rogers in the first edition is so perfect. And it's like that, it's just such a great way to start off this sequence. And the music throughout the whole entire thing, I'm just going to talk about it now, does such a great job of elevating the awkwardness and the fun that's supposed to be had in this sequence. But it's like pulling on so many different things. It's like they're in a bowling alley, because of course they are, because he's a bowler. And he goes up to get his shoes, and Saddam Hussein is there, handing out the shoes, because this is all done on the backdrop of the Gulf War, as it's set up earlier in the film by the stranger, Sam Elliott, talking about that Gulf War and that Saddam Hussein. And it's like him being brought in, it's like all these little weird details throughout this sequence, like Maud Lebowski being there because there's something strange going on between the two of them, and like him like teaching her how to bowl, and all these women dressed up in like skirts and like bowling pin hats and everything. It's just like, this film is so ridiculous, and this sequence is so ridiculous and so much fun, and them all lining up on the alley and like splitting their legs, and like he bowls the ball. And the crazy thing is, this is the only point in this film where you actually see the dude bowl. And it's in a drug hallucination. And he's a bowler. He's in a bowling league. And this is the only time that you actually see him bowl. And it's kind of crazy to think about. Think about that if you haven't realized that in this film. And he becomes the ball. And he's like going down and he's spiraling and like looking up their skirts. The look on Jeff Bridges' face is so perfect. And he's just like, he's like really enjoying that. And then the whole entire, it's like, then it starts getting freaky, and he starts getting chased by the nihilists, and they have giant scissors because they were going to cut off his Johnson, and like he's running away, and it finally phases out into like he's running on a highway. And overall, it's just like this scene is so ridiculous, so out of nowhere. But it fits so perfectly because it does such a nice job of pulling on all these details throughout this film and building up to like, this makes sense. And it would make sense that you'd hallucinate something crazy like this. And overall, it's just a lot of fun. The musical choices are great. The cinematography, everything is so well shot. Because it's Roger Deakins, and Roger Deakins is amazing. And if he doesn't win for Blade Runner 2049 this year, I'm going to flip out. But Roger Deakins does an amazing job. The Coens, as always, do a fantastic job of directing this scene. So, if you haven't seen this, please go check out The Big Lebowski. It's a great film. It's so much fun. It's ridiculous. And check out the Coens. They're my favorite directors. Probably going to gush all over them when I get to my series on top 10 favorite directors of all time. But please check out my other videos that I posted. The airport fight from Civil War was my number 8. My number 9 was Freedom, the execution scene from Braveheart. And then number 10 was the Oogie Boogie song from The Nightmare Before Christmas. But go check out the rest of this series, and this is going to get posted tomorrow. I'm filming this on Sunday. I'll post this on Monday. And keep checking in over the next couple weeks until I count down all the way to number 1 of my top 10 scenes in film.